Bumrah takes a match haul of 9 wickets to help India post 106-run win over England in the second test and level the 5-match series. Following victory in Vizag Test, India reclaimed second spot in ICC World Test Championship standings. Supreme Court on Monday slammed the returning officer for alleged irregularities in the controversial Chandigarh mayoral elections, which BJP unexpectedly won 16-12 after invalidation of 8 votes of AAP Congress coalition, saying it was appalled by the way he murdered democracy by defacing ballot papers prior to rejecting them. A bench headed by CJI D.Y. Chandrachud warned that if needed it will appoint another returning officer to hold a fresh election, acting on a petition by AAP candidate Kuldeep Kumar. And after watching the video of the polling, the bench acceded to senior advocate A.M. Singhvi's request and ordered indefinite post appointment of the first sitting of Chandigarh Municipal Corporation scheduled on February 7 and posted the matter for further hearing in February 19. With an electoral college of 36 comprising 35 elected members and the Lok Sabha members from Chandigarh, the AAP Congress combined with the strength of 20 had looked poised to win the contest. After venting its anguish over the conduct of RO Anil Mashi and promising to safeguard the purity of electoral process at any cost, the bench of the CJI and Justice This asked the Registrar General of Punjab and Haryana High Court to immediately take control and secure the ballot papers, videography of polling and other material. Produce the entire videography of the polling before us, CJI Chandrachud said. The new Champai Soren-led Mahagathbandhan government in Jharkhand aced its first test in the 82-member assembly on Monday by garnering 47 votes in a confidence motion that also saw jailed ex-CM Hemant Soren being escorted to the house by ED amid loud cheers. BJP contributed 25 of the 29 votes against the motion, while 3 came from AJSU party and 1 from Kamlesh Singh of NCP. BJP Sindhari MLA Inderjit Mahato could not vote because of illness, and independent MLA Amit Yadav did not turn up. Another independent, abstained from voting, as did a JM legislator. Indian music struck a chord at the 24 Grammy Awards with 5 Indian musicians including tabla maestro Zakir Hussain and flautist Rakesh Chaurasia picking up trophies at a glittering ceremony in Los Angeles. While Hussain was India's big winner with 3 Grammy, Rakesh Chaurasia picked up 2. Singer Shankar Madhavan, violinist Ganesh Rajgopalan and percussionist Selva Ganesh Vinayakaram. Hussein's collaboration in the fusion group Shakti won 1 Grammy each at the event held at the Crypto.com Arena Sunday night. Shakti won the Grammy for Best Global Music Album for This Moment. The album features the 4 Indians as well as its founding members. British guitarist John McLaughlin. This Moment, which released to critical acclaim in June 23, is the group's first studio album in more than 45 years. Beside his award for Shakti, Hussain won 2 other awards: Best Global Music Performance for Pashto and Best Contemporary Instrumental Album for As We Speak. DMRC has submitted a revised DPR linking Blue Line with a second arm of Aqua Line that will penetrate Greater Noida West, suggesting an interchange at Sector 61 station. This route will have 11 stations and will be over 2 km longer. Delhi government's PWD has served a legal notice on construction giant Larsen and Toubro for alleged technical and design deficiencies in the Pragati Maidan transit corridor and delay in completing the Bairo Marg underpass, causing financial and reputational losses. PWD also served notices on Pradeep Kumar Parmar, the then Chief Engineer of Flyover Division and currently in Guwahati as a CPWD Chief Engineer, and Executive Engineer Iqbal Singh, asking why disciplinary action should not be taken against them. Facing waterlogging and seepage issues since it opened in June 22, the tunnel which connects Mathura Road and Indira Gandhi C hexagon with Ring Road has been shut several times for pumping out water and repairs. PWD has asked L&T to deposit a minimum token amount of Rs 500 crore and immediately initiate repairs and rectification as per the contract. L&T, however, said it was making a counter claim of rupees 500 crore against PWD. PWD Delhi is an esteemed client and we value the long years of association with them. However, L&T would like to state that counter claim of rupees 500 crore has been made against PWD, said a company spokesman. Uncertainty over Paytm's payment bank business continuing led to its shares hitting the lower circuit for the third consecutive session. The stock price of 197 Communications, which owns Paytm, crashed another 10% on Monday to hit an all-time low of rupees 438 on Bombay Stocks Exchange, down nearly 80% from the IPO price. Equity markets were rife with rumors about Jio Financial Services taking over Paytm's operations. JFS has not responded to a clarification sought by stock exchanges until late evening. Paytm is understood to be in talks with banks to move merchant bank accounts that are linked to QR codes. However, bankers said there is no clarity on whether they can be a such one-time shift of accounts without fresh KYC. PM Modi on Monday asserted that he would come back to the office in May with a landslide, with BJP on its own winning more than 370 seats or 2/3 majority and NDA coasting past the 400 mark. A confident Modi, replying to the debate on the motion of thanks to the president's address, said, "Although I am not in the business of predicting numbers, BJP is definitely going to get more than 370 while NDA's total will cross 400. A score of 370 will be the highest since 1984 when Congress rode the sympathy wave following Indira Gandhi's assassination and will be one short of what Congress posted in 57 under the first PM Jawaharlal Nehru. In 2019 general elections, BJP had won 303 seats while NDA's tally stood at 353. The PM's claim during his last major speech in the current Lok Sabha marked the first time he had embraced "Is baar 400 par" chant of the cadre, which has gathered steam following the growing disarray in rival India bloc and because of BJP steadily enlisting the support of regional allies, the latest being Nitish Kumar's JDU. Modi focused on the opposition, saying it had failed to gel. Somebody is going to around posing as a motor mechanic. He must be learning how to fix the alignment. But he has failed to get the opposition's alignment right, he said in a thinly disguised jibe at Rahul Gandhi and his latest yatra. Congress bore the brunt of the attack, with Modi saying the party's negativity would not only ensure that it remained confined to the opposition benches but also that it would soon be seen in Parliament's visitors' gallery. PWD officials said major flaws in the design of the Pragati Tunnel project had come to the fore which have not been fixed. It said in the notice sent to construction firm L&T that serious technical deficiencies led to consequent damage and the losses of the government in managing and operating the project. It posed a potential threat to the life of commuters using the tunnel and underpass in its current state. Built at a cost of rupees 777 crore, the project was funded by the centre while Delhi PWD was to execute the project. It in turn engaged L&T as an EPC contractor. Preparation of the design, execution and maintenance and repair work were the sole responsibility of L&T. The project related issues mentioned in the present notice have been a far-reaching impact not only on public safety but also on the future development and management of vehicular movement in and around New Delhi and other connecting roads, said the notice. Inauguration of the project by PM Modi lent a greater prestige to it, said PWD, and it was hailed as being a one of its kind, providing seamless connectivity and facilitating commute around important landmarks including the International Convention Centre at Pragati Maidan, Supreme Court, Delhi High Court and India Gate. To the utter dismay of all concerned, with the passage of time, it revealed glaring infirmities which were not only technical in nature but were also design flaws, the notice read. as reports of AAP member Sanjay Singh not being allowed to take oath as MP for the second term in Rajya Sabha, Rajya Sabha Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar surfaced on Monday. Sources in the Vice President office clarified that Singh's oath taking was not listed in the business of the day and was never considered by the chair. They said Singh has not been invited to take oath in view of the House August 11 direction that his suspension would remain in force till the Privileges Committee submitted its report. Though the matter pertains to Singh's previous term, the directions stand. Vice President office sources said proceedings of Rajya Sabha are regulated by the listed business which is notified in the bulletin. Oath taking of Sanjay Singh was not listed in the business of the House and no communication from Rajya Sabha on this matter ever came for consideration of Rajya Sabha chair, a Vice President office source said. Sources said some AAP members met the Rajya Sabha chairman on the matter that they were told about the rules and procedures. A direction has been passed by the House that Sanjay Singh's suspension will remain in force till the Privileges Committee gives its report. That the matter pertains to his previous term has no impact on this. The sources said Singh's suspension came into force on July 24 last year. Delhi government on Monday announced free bus travel for members of the transgender community. The news was met with mixed reactions in the community, with several seeking more clarity on the issue. एक अच्छी खबर देनी है to give some good news, said Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. In the last 75 years, no government in the country has done any good work for the Kinnar transgender community. Delhi government is taking a big step and making it free for members of the community to travel on the public buses, he added. Like women members of the Kinnar community will get free supper in Delhi government run buses. Having taken the decision on this, the proposal will be presented to the cabinet and once it notifies the decision, the facility will be rolled out, Kejriwal said. We will try to inaugurate the facility in the coming few weeks, the CM promised. The agenda of special meeting of the Municipal Corporation of Delhi House on Monday was discussing the civic budget, but it started with sloganeering between AAP and BJP councillors. Eventually, around a dozen councillors, many of them first-timers, spoke on two topics ranging from dog sterilization, poor maintenance of parks, poor maintenance of schools to unhygienic toilets and other issues. The councillors wanted the suggestions to be incorporated in the budget. But at the beginning, AAP councillors raised the issue of alleged vote tampering by BJP during the recently held Chandigarh civic elections. This was followed by BJP councillors entering the well of the House to protest against AAP government in Delhi. After Mayor Shelly Oberoi directed all councillors to strike to the agenda of meeting, Congress councillor Nazia Danish said there is no pointing in holding this meeting as we have heard from news that you have already decided on the budget and it was already gone for printing. This is very unfortunate. Another Congress councillor alleged that leader of House Mukesh Goel has sent the finalized speech to officers for printing. Both the charges were largely later denied by the Municipal Secretary Goel and Oberoi. According to MCD procedure, the budget can be finalized only after it was discussed in the House by all councillors. The process has already started, but it will go on for 3 more days. It will be finalized after the leader of House AAP Goel will give his speech on February 8 after incorporating all valid suggestions presented by councillors. A court on Monday allowed former Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, who is in custody in 2 cases linked to the alleged Delhi excise scam, to meet his ailing wife once a week at home. Before making the decision, the Court of Special Judge M.K. Nagpal said Nagpal asked his lawyers whether Sisodia's wife could visit him in jail with the help of an attendant. Senior advocate, this appearing for the AAP leader, replied that Seema Sisodia has not been able to visit her husband in jail as she could not walk for long. The counsel also submitted that her conditions was so poor that she needed assistance to walk and her medical conditions had also impacted her medical health. A third party audit on waste management by the administrative staff College of India has revealed that robust door-to-door collections continues to be a key area of improvement of Municipal Corporation of Delhi. The study submitted to MCD recently recommends action plans for achieving a global benchmark in waste management. The audit report talked about strengthening the bulk waste management system, improving street sweeping, establishing a comprehensive capacity building program, and strengthening secondary collection and transportation, among other initiatives. The report, however, stressed upon ensuring door-to-door or waste collection and integrating it in the scope of construction and transport contracts of concessionaries. Methodical elimination of the garbage vulnerable points was another point it emphasized on. After consultation with various stakeholders by the team members, it was found that the contractors during door-to-door collection provide services to RWAs, bulk waste generators and commercial establishments through rag pickers. The ASSI said, however, factors like narrow lanes, high density areas, lack of access to roads and behavioral issues are challenges in the collection process. ASCI suggested engaging an NGO for implementation of door-to-door collection in 12 selected wards, training and capacity building for the identified NGOs and ward nodal officers. Thereafter, it should be scaled up by developing zonal level plans for door-to-door collection, development of micro implementation plans, appointing dedicated nodal officers at the zone level for on-ground monitoring, and doing proper monitoring for performance evaluation, the report suggested. An MCD official said the reports was a study. We will take up a few of their action points for implementation. However, there are certain areas where we need to obtain clarity, the officials said. Clear skies on Monday caused the day temperature to rise to 21 degrees Celsius, 2 notches below normal. Met officials said there are chances of shallow to moderate fog on Tuesday morning. Meanwhile, Delhi's air quality improved to moderate category due to rain and strong winds on Sunday. The minimum temperature was recorded at 12 degrees Celsius, 3 notches above normal. The India Meteorological Department has predicted that the maximum and minimum temperature are likely to stay around 20 and 9 degrees Celsius respectively on Tuesday. Delhi's air quality index was recorded at 180 in the moderate category on Monday, as against 274 a day earlier. Experts said that the rain on Sunday settled down the pollutants and improved the air quality. However, the air quality is expected to deteriorate again to poor category on Tuesday. The air quality early warning system for Delhi, which is the forecasting body under Union Ministry of Earth Sciences, said the air quality is likely to be in the poor category till Thursday. The outlook for the subsequent 6 days from February 6 is that the air quality is likely to remain in the poor category, said EWS. An advanced hydrant refueling system was launched at all parking bays of Terminal 1 at Indira Gandhi International Airport on Monday. This refueling system will replace the movement of traditional Bowsers and refueling tankers at aprons, paving the way of a cleaner and greener airport. Now, aprons of Delhi Airport's 3 terminals are equipped with a hydrant refueling system. Delhi International Airport Limited, which is IGI operator, said the hydrant refueling system will reduce the movement of refueling trucks, thus reducing 3,000 tons of CO2 emissions. Delhi Airport now has a fuel infrastructure with a 36 km of hydrant refueling pipeline network and 320 hydrant pits that are laid out in the aprons for delivering fuels to aircraft. The airport refuels over 600 aircraft with around 7.5 million liters of aviation turbine fuel daily. Rejecting opposition's charges that the centre is withholding funds for non-BJP states, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Monday said it is a politically vitiated narrative of some vested interest. While responding to questions in Lok Sabha, the finance minister said no one can deny funds earmarked for the state by the Finance Commission as per the devolution plan. The GST, particularly state GST, goes 100% to the states. It has automatic provision that 100% of SGST collected by the state will be with them, the minister said. Sitaraman clarified that integrated GST is collected because it involves a lot of interstate payments. Roughly 50% of this is divided among all states, and as per then periodically it is readjusted to actuals. This is periodically reviewed by the GST Council, she added. The matter related to GST was raised by Congress leader in the House, Adhir Chaudhary said. There is a perception growing across the nation that non-BJP ruled states are being deprived of legitimate share. He pointed out the case of Karnataka, where the cabinet has been agitating against the indiscriminate and arbitrary attitude of the centre. CPI could be eyeing Rahul Gandhi's Kerala citadel as part of a still to be sealed seat sharing arrangement with India bloc. India Ally Congress, after the state's government LDF, of which it is a part, picked Wayanad among 4 Lok Sabha seats that the party can contest. CPI General Secretary D. Raja said after the party's national executive meeting concluded in Hyderabad on Sunday that there was no discussion on asking Congress to leave Wayanad, but he did not rule out the possibility either. Wayanad is one of the 4 seats CPI got as part of the seat sharing arrangement with LDF. It is at that stage as of now. In West Bengal we got 3 seats. Rahul won the Wayanad seat in 19 by a margin of over 4 lakh votes against the second place CPI candidate. Congress has won the seat in 2009 and 2014 too, with CPI finishing runner-up on both occasions. Raja's wife Annie, who is CPI's National Mahila Samakhya General Secretary, is tipped to be party's candidate in Wayanad if Rahul chooses to go elsewhere. The 3-member committee set up for seat-sharing talks with Congress includes Raja and National Secretaries K. Narayana and Ram Krishna Panda. The National Executive focused on the strategy that needs to be adopted to stop BJP from returning to government. BJP from returning to government, said a source private to the discussions. Communist Party of India's Kerala unit will first negotiate with the state unit of Congress, the source said. The 3-member committee may then ask AICC President Mallikarjun Kharge and others in Delhi to look into the possibility of leaving the Wayanad Lok Sabha seat to us. PM Modi hit out of the opposition for acting as someone's agent and alleging that NDA government has not been able to protect the country's borders and for advocating cessions. Modi called the allegations an attempt to demoralize the country and the armed forces, which was bound to fail. A few politicians speaking in such cavalier fashion cannot demoralize the country. The country will not tolerate use of such language which sounds as if it is coming from someone's agent, he said. The PM did not identify his target, but it appeared to be raised at Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, who has raised doubts about the 2019 Balakot airstrike, had sought to blame the government for Pulwama jihadi attack in which 40 CRPF personnel were killed, beside alleging that China has usurped a huge chunk of Indian territory in Ladakh without inviting any response from India. From sea to borders, the might of Indian armed forces is exemplified. We should be proud of our armed forces. I have full confidence in our armed forces, although efforts are being made to demoralize them. Some politicians use shallow words for our armed forces. If they dream of demoralizing them, they are misplaced, Modi said. The PM further said Congress leaders were now talking about breaking the country, a reference to DK Suresh remarks. Leave aside a bid of unite, now they are talking about dividing the country again, he said in what appeared to be a swipe of Congress Bharat Jodo campaign. Modi said, how many pieces do you want the country to be splintered into? How many times do you want to divide the country? Earlier, Chaudhary had said when the 2019 elections came, a terror attack took in Pulwama in which 40 CRPF personnel were killed. The Congress leader added that the truth related to the airstrike in Balakot was yet to be shared by the government. The Congress leader criticized the president's address for not referring to security concern along to India-China borders, as he alleged that the conditions in Ladakh were deteriorating every day and nearly 2,000 square kilometers of land was now under Chinese control. Opposition MP in Rajya Sabha on Monday targeted government over misuse of probe agencies like the CBI and Enforcement Directorate to target political opponents that now include SCM, poverty and unemployment, and politicization of the Ayodhya temple consecration, while also questioning the silence in the president's address on the ethnic violence in Manipur. Participating in the discussion of the motion of thanks to the president's address, Congress Digvijay Singh and Trinamool Congress Sukhendu Shekhar Ray led the opposition's attack on the alleged misuse of central agencies by the government. A glaring example of federalism is that where every state which is governed by opposition parties, their leaders are being hounded by the central agencies. Even a Dalit CM has not been spared, said Ray sarcastically. Poverty and unemployment and inflation were other issues raised by the opposition to attack the government. RJD's AD Singh and DMK's Kanimozi NVN Somu questioned as to why the president's address has no mention of the Manipur violence. Digvijay Singh and CPM's John accused the government of creating a divide among Hindus by politicizing the Pran Pratishtha event, even as BJP MP Sudhanshu Trivedi hailed the center for making the Ram temple a reality. Digvijay once again cast doubts on reliability of EVMs, saying the software used was not in public domain. He demanded that VVPAT slips be handed over the voter, who may then put in the storage box. As of now, the VVPAT slips falls into the storage box after a 7-second viewing window. Former CM Hemant Soren said Monday he would quit politics for good if ED proves charges against him. If they can substantiate ownership of those 8.5 acres in my name, I am prepared to retire from politics and leave Jharkhand, he declared in the State Assembly. Hemant resigned from the CM's post and was subsequently arrested by ED in a land scam case on January 27, while restrained from speaking to media by court order. The JAM lawmaker utilized Monday's assembly session to accuse BJP of targeting opposition leaders. Addressing the assembly on behalf of JAM during the vote of confidence moved by CM Champai Soren, Hemant accused Raj Bhavan for orchestrating a conspiracy to arrest him, alleging deep-seated bias against tribal, Dalit and minority leaders by BJP-led central government. Hemant asserted that despite the absence of evidence, ED arrested him, yet it neglects to apprehend those living opulent lifestyles in foreign nations after defaulting on government dues amounting of rupees 12 to 15 lakh crore. I believe Raj Bhavan was involved in entire fold of events, he said. Soon after Governor C.P. Radhakrishnan left the assembly, one can learn from BJP how to act illegally while remaining within the boundaries of law. President Vladimir Zelensky said a broad overhaul of Ukraine's military and civilian leadership was needed to reboot the country's war effort, suggesting that a major shake-up of his government was imminent. Zelensky's comments in a broadcast aired Sunday indicated that his plans were beyond replacing the top military commander general. This tensions between the military and civilian leadership building for months seemed to reach a breaking point last week when Zelensky summoned the general for a meeting to tell him he was being fired, according to Ukrainian officials. However, the decision was put on hold, creating a sense of limbo at the top of government at a precarious time in the war. A new beginning is necessary, Zelensky told Italian media outlet Rai Nivas in the Sunday broadcast. I have something serious in mind which is not about a single person but about the direction of the country's leadership. King Charles III has been diagnosed with a form of cancer and has begun treatment, Buckingham Palace said Monday. The palace says the cancer is not related to the king's recent treatment for benign prostate condition. It did not say what form of cancer the 75-year-old monarch has. The palace said a separate issue of concern was noted during Charles' treatment for an enlarged prostate last month. Diagnostic tests have identified a form of cancer, it said. His Majesty has today commenced a schedule of regular treatments, during which time he has been advised by doctors to postpone public facing duties. It said Charles remains wholly positive about his treatment and looks forward to returning a full public duty as soon as possible.